This is a very quick mini and tiny review of a Harbor Freight safe that we picked up for, actually we got it at a garage sale for very cheap, but well, actually I think we overpaid, because brand new this thing is about 40 or 50 bucks, probably even cheaper, and we paid 20. So I don't know how much of a good deal we got, but anyways, this is, you know, the function of it. Face panel is off right now because this is actually a video about the insides of it. So, you know, that's the size of it there. I'll have an exact model number in the description or up there in the title of the video here at the time I make this. But this is the inside guts. So if you were to take the cover off, which is sitting right there on the chair, you have one cable that you have to pull off out of the circuit board connector to get it off. As you pull it off, there's 4 screws, 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the very corners. And so you pull the cover off, the back panel off. You have a circuit board here, actuator motor here, which actuates the to prevent the lock from functioning. So as I will go to the front and I will turn this dial right here, I will show you the function of the actual locking mechanism here that moves in a horizontal position as I turn it. It's on a spin spindle here, on this bracket here, which then in turn will bump into that actuator there. So obviously you apply voltage to it and it retracts this lever here. I can actually get my fingernail in here and artificially push it up and down. Well, you get the idea. It will go up and down. And so I'm assuming this is a very low voltage. It's actually powered by 4 AA, so that tells me that it is under 6 volts or less. 6 volts or less. So, very basic circuit design. So if a guy wanted to, or to know how to repair this, or to what might be broke, I hope this helps somebody in seeing how this thing functions. It's very simple to get apart. Here's the front panel. You got 4 LED lights. I'm assuming these are 3 or 5 volt LEDs. If you ever need to repair one of them, they're quite simple to unsolder and resolder. Please, camera focus, thank you. Very basic circuit board design. We got some resistors in line with the, I'm assuming the LEDs here. We got a capacitor for storing a little electricity, and we have a very basic IC controller that operates the, probably stores all the codes, you know, and the function of the actual keypad. There's your power connector. So if you wanted, you could, you know, hot wire a bigger battery pack in this thing and like store the battery pack in here, so you don't ever have to worry about the batteries dying. Very simple modification you can do. It's a neat little safe, but it is clearly not very secure. And if a guy wanted to and break into this thing, all he'd have to do is go to the front panel, figure out, you know, from this video actually, you know, I figured you can drill a hole right back through here. So that's somewhere about right there in the front panel. Drill a small hole and you can stick a screwdriver in there and just push that actuator down and move the deal. So that's very easy to hack if you knew what you were doing. So this video is probably going to help somebody break into your safe, but sorry about that. That's simple functionality. In this case, this is what was wrong with mine and why I'm doing this repair. This thingamajiggy here had some problems. The keypad actually got pressed in and it was out of its socket. And it's very easily and simply secured to this plastic frame here. It's got some tabs. 1, 2. Sorry about the focus on the camera here. I'm using my cell phone. And there's a couple of stop tabs up top. And then here's the tabs over here that are much bigger. So obviously the keypad will slide under those bigger tabs. And then you force it by pushing it, very carefully of course, at the point of resistance so that you don't break or bend the keypad itself. And then you've got 3 studs here, which actually broke off on mine, and that's the super glue messy job that I did to repair them. So these things right here broke off on mine. Broke off right at the base. So I've simply just super glued them back on, hoping that will hold. The super glue I'm using is Gorilla brand super glue. So we will see how well that particular super glue product works. Anyways, we're going to put that back on here in about an hour, and I'll have a little update video about how the installation of that goes, if that helps. So here we are after it's all put back together. Repair went quite well. So the keypad, like I said, down here in the bottom corner was pushed in. It is no longer pushed in. It now functions just fine. Since nobody knows where I live, I don't mind sharing my code for you with you. Well, I'm actually planning on changing it today anyway, so it doesn't matter. It was just a temporary code, but it does work and functions great. So if you ever needed to do that repair yourself, I would imagine it's pretty common, because there was no you know, really, I just came one day and started pushing buttons, and then it broke, and it sounded like I broke it there again, but I didn't. What that sound was. But yeah, works fine now. So, and the door is not exactly secure. This is a very entry-level safe, but anyways, thanks for checking the video out, and yeah.